Hello, my name is Mrs. Celmer, and I bring my therapy dogs to District 15 schools. Today with me, I have Melody Grace, and Aubrey Rose, Aubrey, and they're twins, sisters. Today I'm going to read Melody and Aubrey's Petlandia Roadtrip. Melody and Aubrey were furry friends who dreamt of far-flung places, on going on a vacation and licking famous faces. They weren't unhappy, stressed, or bored, or even tired of bones. They just kept seeing photos of Petlandia on their phones. So one day, when the coast was clear, they set off on a trip and headed to the seaside where they snuck aboard a ship. You might imagine pets would feel all groggy on a cruise, but not this pair. They dozed and chilled while gazing at the views. Peering from a porthole, Melody spotted land, and Aubrey couldn't wait to do a tinkle in the sand. They scampered to the sun deck and checked on poodle maps to see where they should go to find some dinner or some scraps. The docks were pretty empty, so they rummaged through the trash, but what they really needed was to earn some proper cash. They hit the beaches and did a little business by the fair, and thanks to their peculiar act, they soon had funds to spare. Both pets were keen on Hollywoof. They heard that it was fab, so they wandered into New York and flagged a passing cab. Cruising down the freeway, Melody took some snaps while Aubrey flicked through Instapaw and other pets-based apps. They drove through San Francisco and sped through Amsterdam. They even saw Mount Rushpaw and the famous Rover Dam. They posed for loads of photos, which they put on social media, and even got an entry of their own on Wikipedia. Arriving late in Hollywoof, both pets were truly smitten. The streets were crammed with cats and dogs, and hamsters played with kittens. They made new friends, they went to clubs and hung out on the scene, but Hollywoof's a crazy place. You'd know that if you'd been. Melody loved to party hard, but Aubrey found it boring. And sometimes when they stayed out late, the banter prompted snoring. Eventually, the pair fell out and went their separate ways. Melody schmoozed with superstars, while Aubrey met some strays. These rascals didn't want to play or fetch old balls and sticks. They wanted phones and money, leaving Aubrey in a fix. Around this time, Melody realized something wasn't right. Friendship can't be beaten even if you've had a fight. So Melody packed a suitcase and jumped aboard a bus and finally found poor Aubrey. There was plenty to discuss. Agreeing to kiss and make up, they hiked to the coast. This trip had helped them realize what they really wanted most. It wasn't parties, fancy friends, or fiddling with an app. It was curling up with loved ones and snuggling on a lap. The pets retrieved their circus act and raised a pile of dough. They even got back Aubrey's things from a bulldog in the know. Melody used their newfound wealth to rent a private jet, as Aubrey still felt pretty rough and had to see a vet. Arriving home was wonderful, and Aubrey soon felt fine. Then both of them held paws and said, "We're first, your place or mine." Life goes on in Hollywood. It's such a pawsome place, even though some tourists often struggle with the pace. But Aubrey still sleeps soundly and Melody doesn't care. Their journey to Petlandia is a memory they can share. Travel is magnificent wherever you may roam, but the greatest place for any pet is in a loving home. The end.
Those girls are kind of sleepy.